It started like any other night on late-night television. Bright lights, big smiles. A packed audience ready for laughs. Jimmy Kimmel took the stage with his usual charm, cracking jokes, warming up the crowd. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for. He announced his guest, Clint Eastwood. The crowd erupted, they stood up, clapped, cheered. It wasn't every day you saw a living legend on a late-night show. The music played, and Clint walked in, slow, confident, the same way he walks in those old westerns. He sat down across from Jimmy, nodded once. Didn't say a word from the very beginning. Something felt different, not off, just intense. Like two worlds meeting that didn't quite match. Jimmy tried to keep it light, asking about Clint's latest project. A Western revival film, something gritty. Clint gave short answers, direct, unpolished, as if he didn't want to be there, but was doing it out of respect, at least at first. Then Jimmy made a joke. It was about Clint's age. A harmless line, but the delivery was off. And Clint didn't laugh. He didn't even smirk. Instead, he stared at Jimmy, eyes locked, and said, "You know, son, not everything needs a punch line." The crowd didn't know what to do. There were a few laughs, nervous ones. Jimmy chuckled, tried to brush it off. But Clint wasn't finished. "You've got a good gig here," he said. "People listen to you. Maybe it's time you said something worth hearing." You could hear the air shift. It wasn't hostile, but it was sharp, focused. It felt like a Western showdown. But instead of guns, it was words. Jimmy leaned back. He tried to regain control. Brought up a clip from Clint's new film. Clint watched, didn't comment, just nodded again, and said, "That's the work, let it speak for itself." Then came the moment that changed everything. Jimmy asked about politics. He mentioned a recent quote Clint had given in a magazine interview. Something about strength, leadership, values. Clint looked down, then up again, and said, "That's not a conversation for applause." Jimmy pressed, tried to lighten the mood, made a joke about Twitter wars. But Clint wasn't having it, he said. "This isn't a game to me. I've seen real conflict. And what you do here, it's noise, silence. Total silence." The audience wasn't sure if they should clap. Jimmy looked over at the producers. There was a pause, then Clint stood up, no warning. No announcement. He adjusted his jacket, tipped his head to the crowd, and walked off the stage. Jimmy sat there, frozen. The music didn't play. The camera cut to commercial. And when they returned, there was no mention of it. No joke, no explanation, but the internet noticed. Clips went viral. People debated what happened. Some said Clint was rude. Others called it the most honest moment ever aired. The next morning, the headlines rolled in. Clint Eastwood walks out, Kimmel shaken. Late night drama, but Clint didn't respond. No tweets, no interviews, nothing. He simply disappeared from the noise. That silence spoke louder than any statement. In the days that followed, people took sides. Some praised Clint for